What's up, team? Coach Chaz here, bringing you day 2 of Coach Basics for Team Achieve. Today's going to be about your why, your desperate why you do what you do, why you signed up as a coach, why you want to do this business, why you want to better yourself and keep moving forward and bless others. Your why will change at times. Your immediate desperate why is typically going to be a situation where maybe you are going to lose your house if you don't make that last payment. Maybe you just lost a job and you have to create some type of income to keep your family's heads above water. Your desperate why is what is going to ultimately drive you to keep moving forward in this business no matter how many times you fall. And like I said, your why will change at times. Looking back at my own journey, when I first started this thing 5 years ago, I did P90X pretty much by myself. I didn't know about Beachbody, I didn't know about coaching or anything like that. I did P90X just because I looked in the mirror one day and I was absolutely disgusted with what I saw. I had put on about 70 pounds and I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired all the time, and so I did something about it. I started P90X. After that journey, signed up as a coach, and to begin with, I just thought it was a fun little hobby to do. I loved P90X and I was able to create a little bit of income from selling it. I thought it was a great combination, and so I treated it like a hobby for the first few years. Then I started to watch my upline coach, Jason, start to really take off with this thing. He started to make, I saw him bring in his first $100 week, saw him bring in a $500 week, a $1,000 week, and that's when I stood back and went, holy crap, you can make a legit living off of Beachbody, off of the products that we love, that we have passion for. That's when my mindset about it started to switch a little bit. And so March 2012 was the month that literally changed not just my business or my mindset, but literally that was the moment that I had a huge turn in my life. So Jason Croxford, my upline coach I just mentioned, he had earned himself the Success Club cruise, and for those of you new people, we'll talk about Success Club in another video in a few days. He had won this cruise, or I'm sorry, not the cruise, Bahamas trip. Cruise is coming up this year. So he won a Bahamas trip simply just because he hit Success Club for 9 months in a row. And it was a great accomplishment, and I did not earn that. He didn't have anyone to take, so he brought me along as his guest. And the whole time, I got to experience what it's like to be successful and live with freedom. For the first time in my life, growing up in a small town, never traveling outside of the Northwest, I'm up here in Oregon, never traveling except for to go to a few Beachbody events in LA. And that Bahamas trip was the first time I got a small taste of what success felt like. Keep in mind that the thing that was driving me the most was the fact that I went on that trip. But I remember the phone call. Jason calls me up and he's like, congratulations, I'm gonna bring you on this trip with me. And he said, the room is big enough for 4 people. Do you wanna bring your wife, Trista? And I just stopped because we couldn't afford it at all. We were looking at $800 a piece in a plane ticket to get there, and we barely scraped up enough for me to get there. That absolutely just broke my heart, and that was the first time in my life that I think I really had it sink down deep, and I just sat back and thought, this is my why. I should not have to turn down bringing my own wife on an incredible trip just because we can't afford it, just because we were living paycheck to paycheck. That was the first time that I had that turning point. So I went on the trip, had a blast. The whole time I kept thinking, I did not earn this, I did not earn this, and I'm seeing these 800, maybe 1,000 people spread out along this Bahama beach and parties and all this fun stuff and Beachbody stuff. The whole time I just kept thinking, this is absolutely incredible. I need to live this lifestyle of time freedom, of financial freedom, not slaving for a boss who approves when you can eat lunch, who approves when you can go to the bathroom, who approves when you can spend time with your family, only to make enough money to barely skimp by on bills. You can't even spend the money that you work for on yourself and your family to have fun and live life. That trip is what changed my entire world, because when I came back from that trip, I was fired up. I found my why. I wanted to live a life of freedom, to do what I want to do. I got sick and tired of slaving for the man. I was working at a full-time spa 5-6 days a week, and I was doing massage therapy. And when you work for a 5-star place like that, you go by their terms. You show up when they tell you to show up, you go home when they tell you to go home. I got sick and tired of it, guys. Sick and tired of it. And that was my initial why. I wanted to get out of there. I wanted to be financially fit enough that I was able to quit that job and to start focusing on Beachbody, to actually build it into a business and to build it into something that I can use as a vehicle to impact and bless other people's lives. That was my initial why. I'm fortunate enough and blessed enough that July 2013, I hit my goal. I quit that job. I will never be able to explain fully and put it into words the feeling I had when I sat down to type out that resignation letter, especially when I went and actually turned it in. Absolutely mind-blowing, and I want that for each of you guys who are serious about this, because it can happen. I did it. I'm no different than anyone else. I started exactly where most of you are starting. We all start at ground zero. It's your why. It's how much drive you have if you want to go to the top. So I quit that job. Moving in 2014, my why has switched a little bit, because 2013 was my year. I was able to quit my job. I'm able to have time freedom now. Now my why is my wife, Trista. Her big dream is to become a nurse. She's been a medical assistant for 4 or 5 years now, and she really, really wants to get into a nursing program, and she can't do that working 5 huge shifts per week. She's barely squeezing in enough time to take her classes for prereqs right now. My why is to bring her home so she doesn't have to financially or time-wise worry about that damn job. I want her to go fulfill her dream and her passion of being a nurse. I want her to go to school and only have to focus on school. I don't want her to stress about money and time, because stress in your life in that aspect will just break you down more than you can imagine. Most of you can probably connect with that. So that's my why now. That's my burning drive. Is to bring her home, fire her boss. I was able to fire mine. It's the best feeling in the world. I want her to do the same. So that's kind of the timeline of how your why can change. So you have to find something right now that is your desperate why. Why did you join this group? Why did you sign up as a coach? If you've been a coach for a few years, why haven't you quit yet? What's that thing that's burning inside of you that keeps you going? I want you guys to explain your why. I would prefer if you make a video today, just because video allows you to share expression and passion in your voice and your personality. Like I said yesterday, if you absolutely do not have access to a camera, at least do a post inside the group. Tell us your why. And I posted a few questions below, so be sure to answer all of those. So anyways, this has been Coach Chaz. Welcome to day 2. Congratulations again. We are just getting this ball started, starting to roll, and I hope each of you take as much as you can out of this group. Be sure to check out the to-do list below, and make sure you get that done today. Peace out, crew. Have a great day.